Good morning, welcome everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Chrissy and today I'm going to be giving you a prediction reading for the 5th of October. Now if you are new here, my videos are for entertainment purposes only. Take from them what you choose. All I can give you is the information that comes through as of today. Things can change down the track as we know. If you would like to consider subscribing to, that would be great. Hit those like buttons as well, guys. You know that helps me a lot. And please feel free to comment down below. I get back to your comments rather within a day or two, as most of us are living on different sides of the world. So when I'm in bed, you guys are probably getting up, because I've got a lot of viewers in America, Canada, England, Wales, Norway, Sweden, all different places, New Zealand even. All right, admin. Really, we're just getting the weather stuff down here in Oz. We're just getting the weather, extreme weather, extreme fires, all the fear words. We're getting the words like disastrous, catastrophic, worst fire season ever. And then we've got the flooding in Victoria. There's intense flooding now going on. Just the same old that's going around the globe, all the extreme intense weather, which is certainly going to help feed the climate change agenda beautifully. So we've got that going on in Oz. That's about all we've got going on here. Oh, the yes-no vote. The referendum has opened so people can go and vote now. That'd be fun. So it'll be interesting to see what the outcome of the Indigenous voice to Parliament is going to be. Okay, I'll close my eyes, guys. We'll get started and we'll just see what comes up. We've had a lot of sushi lately, which is Rishi Sunak, if you knew. Sushi's poking the coals of the fire. So, you know, it's like stirring things up. Sushi is stirring things up, but he's playing with fire. That's what I'm getting. Sushi is playing with fire. This is about the little people, though. See, he's poking the little people. It's like moving the coals around in the fire. I'm getting that he is a master manipulator. We know he's being the great magician. I said he was doing his magic tricks in order to implement and roll things out at the moment with his little top hat and his little magic tappy wand thing. He's doing a lot of magic tricks, but it's showing me that he's adding fuel to the fire and he's poking. He's poking, I guess you could say, if you think about it, it's kind of that saying, poking at the bear. For example, you wouldn't want to poke it for us in our hibernating bear caves, and that would make anyone very cranky. So this is what Sushi's doing. He's poking the bear, meaning people are going to start to get angry. This is people waking up. This isn't really us. This is the people in UK, England, London. He's like fueling the fire. He's making things worse. It's showing me him. You know how when you have a fire going, say you've got your nice fireplace, and you poke at the coals, because the more coals you get, anyone who's got a fire, the hotter your fire burns. It's better when you've got lots of coals on the bottom. It just burns hotter. Well, that's what he's doing. He's creating coals, so his reset will just take off better. So that's what I'm getting with. Oh, he's up to some little tricks at the moment, Sushi. But he doesn't realize it's the equivalent of poking the bear. Poking the little people means you're waking them up, which is good. This is what we want, guys. We want people waking up. So he's poking the bear and fueling the fire. So as much as I know he's retracted a little on his renewable dates, but don't fall for it, guys. These are all distractions. And remember, I said to you, it's because they can't achieve their goals. It's unrealistic to think you could implement and have all these leaky car charging stations. It's unrealistic. See, they can't do it. Plus, like I keep saying, no one can afford leaky car, solar panels, all of the above installations as well, because no one's even got money to really buy their groceries, as we know. So he's just, yes, he's poking at the angry bears. Let's hope some of the beasts unleash on him. but that's what I'm getting. He's fueling things. See, he's not stopping. Don't think for 1 minute that he's stopping his little red carpet reset rollout agenda. He's not. He's just being a magician and doing some magic tricks. All right. Oh, sushi. But such a little man. He does a lot, doesn't he? Oh. I am seeing visions. This is globally of people on bicycles. More people on bicycles. Bicycles are going to become a real thing of the future. Especially if you're living in a 15-minute city, we know they're going to become a real thing of the future. But I am seeing lots of bicycles, people ringing their little bells. Oh, and of course, I've got to get that song. You can ring my bell, ring my bell, ring, ring, ring. Whatever that song is, don't know who sings it. But I'm getting that, lots more bikes. And if you think about it, the industries that have really taken off in the last few years is mountain biking is huge. I know where I live in the ski fields and the snow fields, and it's probably the same if you're in ski fields. They transform them into mountain biking trails and fields. Absolutely massive industry. Sorry, guys. Absolutely, I'm not sleeping so well lately, as you guys understand. Massive industry, the mountain biking, that. But I'm also seeing e-bikes. So the electric bikes is also going to be another thing that takes off as well. So I do feel like bikes is going to be a big thing of the future. Because people, they can't all afford lucky cars. Plus they can't hardly afford cars, or the main thing is they can't fuel their cars because petrol has gone through the roof. So I am seeing a lot more people getting around with variety of bikes. It's a variety of bikes. Bikes is really something that's growing around the world. People are, well, relying on bikes. And that's what they want, isn't it? In the 15-minute cities, they want you. See, there's going to be, well, there already is, but there's going to be more bike lanes. There'll be a special designated path just for bikes. This is the kind of stuff moving forward. They're going to integrate the bike world a lot more into the road restructures. This is globally, because that's what they want. All right. Gosh, I'm getting that oceans are building up anger. I keep talking about the shift, and we know there's a global shift in the Earth's surface kind of thing. We're getting a lot of fault line movement. I'm still seeing that into next year. This earthquake energy tremors, and it creates anger in the water like the ocean, which creates some tsunamis, not crazy huge tsunamis, but enough that they do a bit of damage in the first kilometers of, say, hitting land. So I do feel there might be a little bit of this tsunami, angry ocean energy in different parts of the world. Hang on. I know sometimes I get weird things, but I'll say it anyway. I am getting some sort of movement around Finland. I'm just getting Finland. Oceans are angry, perhaps around Finland. Perhaps it's the glaciers melting and things like this around these parts, because it's quite cold in Finland, isn't it? I'm not sure, but I am getting angry waters, angry energy around. And when I think angry, I think of the underwater movement of the earthquakes, fault lines. Hang on. And there might even be a little bit of a scare again in Japan around this kind of thing. Remember that great big tsunami Japan had? That was just horrific. It was a long time. Well, it was actually, I can tell you when it was. It was probably 12 years ago. I can't remember what year it was. When we adopted my daughter from Thailand, we were sitting at the airport to come home to Australia, and it was playing on the TV in the airport in Thailand, in Bangkok, and I couldn't believe my eyes. So that was that tsunami was enormous. There's some very interesting documentaries actually around that tsunami in Japan. There's something about the people who got in the ghosts of Japan, it's called, or something. It's very fascinating, guys. I can't remember what the name of the show is. I think it's on Netflix. It's absolutely fascinating how a lot of the cab drivers, after, this is way later, would pick up passengers, and then they'd pull up to their destination and the passenger wasn't in the back of the car anymore. Like, very lifelike. There's a lot of stories about this. Very fascinating, because there was an enormous amount of death. But I am getting that there might be some fear around the angry oceans, maybe around Japan as well. But not to that degree. Not to that degree again. See, when a country goes through that sort of trauma, they become wiser, so they have better plans in place. Well, let's hope it's not like Maui and they don't let the sirens and signals off. But I do feel they've got a better structured plan in Japan around the water's edges about when something's felt right out at sea, they let the people know straight away. But I feel like people have moved further back anyway. It's not such a big issue. It's not going to be a massive issue, but it's going to be enough, I feel, to put fear in people. This could be next year, which it would put fear in you. Holy heck, if you'd been through and survived that last one. Let's keep going. Gosh, I'm getting big street celebrations in London. Big, fun street celebrations. Do you call yourselves a barmy army? You do, don't you, over there? That's with the cricket, isn't it? Oh, maybe you're going to win some cricket games. But I am seeing that it's like big street celebrations. Could even be around the cricket. You've got pretty good cricket teams. Because I'm getting barmy army for some reason. And when I think barmy army, I think of the cricket. But I'm seeing in London like a lot of happiness and joy around this. I'm just seeing that. They're not protests. It's more of a joyous event, like it's singing, that barmy army singing. People coming out in support. It could be like a parade for the cricketers or a parade of some sort. It's not the Royals. It's definitely not the Royals. It's something different. It could be a sporting parade. I'm just getting that. There's going to be a lot of joy. A lot of joy and pride. A lot of pride. This is in London. God, people need a bit of bloody happiness and hope and fun, don't they? Especially the way sushi's hitting everybody. Again, it'll be a big distraction. Because while everybody's looking at this event, they're not looking at all of this that sushi's rolling out, as we know. So it could be around the cricket. It could be. You've got a lot of very, very well-respected players over there. You've got a lot of really good players that have played for a long time. And a lot of people really follow the cricket in England. So I am feeling that there's some sort of, it's not really a ticker tape parade, but it's kind of that kind of level. I feel like that's not far away. Could be just a start to the season. It's almost to me like celebration of heroes. Like, it might not just be cricket. It could be sporting people too. Acknowledging, they're not really, they are heroes, I suppose, but they're not really heroes, are they? Anyway, people look to sports people like they're heroes. It's interesting, isn't it? And speaking of, actually, that reminds me, did you see that Victoria Beckham, David Beckham? She's being interviewed about the affair that he had years ago. So it must have happened. Like, he's put on a hero sort of status, isn't he? People look up to David Beckham. But see, no one's life's perfect. We all know that. But at least she's speaking out honestly. And of course, the guys have got to give me that song by Spice Girls. Stop right now. Thank you very much. I'm getting that song. But yes, there's some sort of acknowledgement of sports. I feel it's around sports. Anyway, let's keep going. I'm getting New Zealand and I'm getting people lining up at the polls. It's interesting, isn't it? People have a really strange opinion of Hippo over there. It's, you know what it is? It's like I said to you, he hasn't done as much as Jacinda did when she was in, meaning Jacinda Ardern, if you knew. But people don't really have a great opinion of him. It's like they don't really know him. I guess he wasn't voted in by the people, and he hasn't been in long enough for people to make judgment on. So people are a little bit stumped at the voting polls, I feel, in New Zealand, because it's neither here nor there. Like, do we vote him or do we vote him or these other people? They're having a tough time making a decision, I do feel, in New Zealand. This is not an easy vote for people. Sometimes, you know how you go in and it's like, yeah, that'll be an easy vote, and it's not. This is hard for people. Because they're a little confused, so they're in two minds. And again, it becomes that better the devil you know. Unfortunately, they don't really know Hippo the way like we know Hippo and what he's about to bloody bring out and steamroll over the people with. So people are a little bit confused on the vote in New Zealand. Because unfortunately, he's held back. Not once it's over, though. All right, let's keep going. And I think, to be honest, that's becoming that trust issue in government. Who do you trust? They're all the same. They're all corrupt. As we know here, they're all WEF muppets and puppets, and they all work for the same mob. We could call them the mob, couldn't we? Actually, that's a good name for all the WEFs, isn't it? The mob. God, they give me a song for us. I'm trying to get it. I think it's by John Paul Young. It's a song. He's an Australian singer, isn't he? He sang it on Strictly Ballroom, that Love Is in the Air. But I'm getting this song. When I walk down the street, boom, boom, boom. See the people stop and stare and say, haven't I seen your face before? Sometime, somewhere. Haven't I seen your face before? Weren't you the boys who live next door? I'm just getting that song for us, guys. That's the song for us when you walk down the street. Boom, 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 boom. See the people stop and stare. I'm finding, and maybe that's why we're getting that song. I said to my hubby last night, people are still strange with me. And I think that's why we're getting this song. Because people don't understand us or know how to take us. And people are very, how would you say it, left. Someone I've known for years and years is just still weird to me. You can feel their energy, and I know you guys would understand what I'm saying. No wonder we avoid people like the plague, because they're still weird to us. Even though everything is coming out, everything we posted, everything we predicted, they still are stuck, and I hate to say it, they're still stuck in the jab will event. So, like, if we posted anything against the jabs or said anything with our voices against the jab, they've still stored that. It's like the main thing. We could have said 50 other things, and this is an example, 50 other things about K-Schwab, the reset, cash is going to disappear, blah, 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 cost of living's going up. But it's like no one's heard any of that, and they're still focusing on us being, as we were labelled. So you've got to give it to the governments and the mainstream media. They did a good job of labelling us as anti-jabbers, anti-government, anti-everything, because it's really quite stuck on us, like a bit of a label. I hate to say it. Not that it bothers us. We don't really care, do we? It just means that we have to avoid a lot of people, which is fine by most of us anyway, because we don't really tolerate people very well. But I've been sensing that people still judge me for something that was, 2 or more years ago. Like, and it ended up being correct anyway, because they all got CV, blah, blah, but still getting it. You know, getting other things as well, not just that, you know. Seems to be a lot of myocarditis and shingles, many other things. Just to name a couple of things. Anyway, so I do feel like people are still... See, that people still don't understand us. They still view us strangely. I've even got a girlfriend, for example, who I was always very close to. And our kids are around the same age. Well, our boys. And she's weird to me. She still avoids me. When I see her, she's perfectly normal and she gives me a hug and we're all normal. But she doesn't want to be, and this is probably more what I'm trying to say, associate it with me. People don't want to be associated with us because we've been put in the naughty basket, the naughty chair, and we're sort of still being put there by society. And we don't mind it. I always say we use it as a form of meditation and finding our inner self. And but that's what I'm finding. Let me know if you guys are experiencing that still. But I'm finding people don't still want to be known as associating with us, whether it be on Facebook. I said the other day, I can post something on Facebook, I'll flat out get 6 likes. And I've got like lots of friends on there. And other people post something, they'll get 88 likes. Like, just purely because people, even though they might want to comment or make, you know, like something that you've posted, they don't want to be associated with us because we're different. We're outside the mold. We're the Braveheart, biker, freedom fighter, rebel, maverick, BS detectors that don't fit into the mold. See, we're different. We are different. I think we could all admit that. We've always been different, even probably from young children. Let me see if there's one more thing and then we'll pull some cards today. Gosh, I'm getting our priority, this is you guys watching my channel, is ourself. Our priority is ourself. We have to look after our health. We have to heal. We have to stay focused very clearly. They're showing me us again with a like telescope, you know, one of those pirate telescopes, looking at everything from afar. Don't get up too close to things. Stay removed, showing me that, like stay miles away actually is what I'm getting. If you think of a pirate looking from a pirate ship at another ship, they're a long way away. And that's where we've got to stay, a long way away from all the garbage. I know a lot of you turn TV off and everything, which probably really helps because that keeps you a long way away from all the lies and BS that's currently being fed to everybody. But we still have to make sure that our health is our top priority. And for a lot of us at the moment, with all our aches, pains and ailments and trying to get through to that next level of the ascension journey into the 5D space, more living from the senses, we're still opening up and expanding. So I think that's why a lot of us have really still got a lot of aches and pains in our bodies. There's these real shifts going on in our bodies. It's like a battle within our body, isn't it, if you think about it? That's how I see it. I know you guys are going through bad backs, knees, feet, toes. Necks is another big one. My neck plays up all the time. This is the battle in our body. That's what I'm getting. We've got a battle in our body. And they're showing me the Braveheart Mel Gibson image again, the Braveheart freedom fighter Mel Gibson. But they're showing me his shadow. So it's like our shadow side is battling itself. They're showing me Mel Gibson and his own shadow out of the Braveheart movie. And they're sword fighting each other. So we've got this little internal battle going on, guys. How about I pull some cards now, guys? Because that's just weird. It's an internal battle, but it kind of is right, because it's the battle of wanting to really move to those next levels and really find that freedom again and that suppleness, freedom in our bodies. But we're still like resisting as well, and that's what we get, that clash, that little battle in our bodies. How about we pull some Whispering Woods, guys? These are cute. We haven't done these for a while. Yeah, it's interesting. How can we help the battlefield? Or how can we help the battle? Or get an outcome, maybe? Yeah, maybe. The night. Find comfort in the night where the world switches off and the stars burn bright. And when I'm thinking of that card, the night, I'm thinking sleep and rest. Guys, is that how you're taking it? That's how I see it. Sleep and rest. That's how we heal. That's how our body heals. I keep saying that. Oh, I had a better sleep last night. It's really cold and windy here. We're back to winter again, guys. I love the cold nights, though. Oh, dance. Well, I don't think there'll be much dancing going on with most of us. Allow yourself some fun each day, just as the sun dances with the moon each night. And of course, I've got to get the song Dance, Boogie Wonderland. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Remember that song? Actually, I reckon we go listen to the words in that song. Some night needs so slowly into darkness, then you get more than you get. There's words in that song that are significant. I want you to go listen to that Boogie Wonderland. Here comes Charlie. Charlie! Doing her echolocation, trying to find where she is. She's loud. Charlie! Here she comes. She's coming. Hi, Char. Sorry, she's so loud. Charlie! Used to make me very distressed, but if I think of it as echolocation, her trying to find her where she is. Puss, 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 puss. Surprises. Under the most ordinary stone is an undisturbed garden. Surprises is those little mysteries of life, isn't it, that just pop up in our experience, don't they? That's why I get you guys to manifest a lot, because it's about allowing, and that surprises you. I know a lot of you, when you manifest things, you get a real surprise. It's like I showed you. I was so excited and surprised about my friend finding all those 4-leaf clovers yesterday that I was showing you. It was completely mad. I've never heard anything like it. I mean, 4-leaf clovers are so hard to find, so that was surprising to me. The undisturbed garden. We do love nature, don't we, guys? Let's pull a few happiness cards to finish off today. I think we need a little bit of happiness vibes, don't we? Let's see what we get. Dare to be happy. What would happen if you chose happiness over sadness? Well, I know what would happen. We would actually feel better. I mean, some days you have sad days. I mean, I'm not saying not to. You can't be positive all the time. I always say that to you when I tell you about that book, Thick Face, Black Heart. It's okay to have sad days or bad days. Crying's very healthy. Crying is actually a good way of releasing tension in your body. A lot of us here know that. So, but you can choose happiness too. You can turn it around. It's like depression. You can find ways out of that darkness, and most of us here know that. Don't lay blame, learn to forgive instead. And that one to me is about not blaming people and staying stuck in that old, that's angers and past hurts. We don't want to stay stuck there. And forgiving to me is just, it's not about forgiving. I used to always think, oh, why do they say forgive people and all that crap? Because you know how hard that is to do. I understand, guys, because I'm like, why would I want to forgive someone who's just, especially, for example, during the jab wheel when everyone treated us like garbage. It's about, to me, letting go. It's about, forgiving to me is letting go. It's letting go of past hurts, memories, dropping that backpack of emotions, That's what that is to me. That's what... Ooh. Charm! Puss, 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 puss. Come on. Puss, 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 puss. Oh, she can't find me. Charlie! Come on, darling. Puss, 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 puss. Involve yourself in busy work. Do something to keep your mind busy. Doesn't matter what it is, guys, either. It can be creating. It can be just busy doing some work, literally. It's distraction. Distraction and getting your thoughts onto other things. And we've been talking for the last sort of week or so, a couple of weeks, about that little bit of, I have anyway, and I know you guys too, that little bit of anxiety that's been rising up in us with the fact that we've got the Immortal CV event rolling out again. We've got all this crazy weather stuff that is very daunting, guys. It's not a little bit of weather. It's extreme flooding. And look at New York, Greece, extreme flooding and extreme fires. Catastrophic, actually. Even I'll use the big words. So that can be very overwhelming too. So just get your mind on other things. Let's not just dwell on sort of what's going on around us. Let's try and switch it off and go and do other things and just use distraction. My sister taught me that, how important when I was going through times of real depression or my dark night of the soul and this kind of thing. Distraction was the one thing that saved me. That's why I went and bought Sprocket, because I needed to go walking. I needed something that would motivate me. And Sprocket and I are very, very close. I love Sophie too. We're very close as well. But Sprocket and I have a very special bond because we both needed each other at the time. I always say it. It's like we both rescued each other. Because there's no love like a dog's love. And I think we all know that here, that unconditional love. Let me see if there's anything else to finish off with today. I'm getting that song by the Beatles. I've had a bit of Beatles lately and John Lennon. I'm getting that song, Love, Love Me Do. You know I love you. I'll always be true. So please love me do. Such a cute little song, that. I love the harmonica bit in it. It always makes me feel good. See, that's a frequency and vibration, that harmonica. I love the harp when people are really good at playing the harp. It's a hard instrument to play, guys, too, the harmonica. Hang on a minute. And I'm getting a song by you too. It's off Rattle and Hum. It's called I Believe in Love. Is it I Believe in Love? Boom, boom, boom. It's a great song. Is it called I Believe in Love? Don't believe it, Uzi. It just went off in my hand. I love that album, Rattle and Hum. I love you too. You know that I do. I don't know. I think that's what the song's called. Let me see if there's anything else. Oh, I'm getting, of course, I'm getting that U2 song now, Where the Streets Have No Name. Oh, God, I love that song. We're going to play that full bore today. Turn it up, guys, and play Streets Have No Name. Because we live in streets that have no name. We don't let government run our streets. And it says, I want to run, I want to hide, I want to tear down the walls from the inside. I want you to listen to that song today, and that's what I'm going to leave you with today. Yeah, Where the Streets Have No Name by U2. Go and play it. I think there's messages in that song for us. All right, I'm going to say goodbye from Australia. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Take care, and I'll come on and talk to you tomorrow. Hit the like button, subscribe, and please comment down below, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye, everyone. Bye.